Time now for Inside Out as we're joined by SNY NBA insider Ian Begley from the world's most famous arena. Ian, we love the backdrop there, and you saw the Knicks take 33 more threes in this game after 3 preseason games. Nearly 45% of New York shots have been from beyond the arc after just 35% in the regular season last year. So, Ian, should we expect this trend to continue in the regular season?
We should, Eamon. This has been a point that the Knicks have been making, since the beginning of training camp. They want to shoot more threes. Tom Thibodeau thought that they did a great job getting quality looks last season, and that translated to a really good field goal percentage. The Knicks were among the top teams in three-point field goal percentage last year, but Thibodeau said we didn't get enough of them. So now Kemba Walker, Evan Fournier should help this team shoot around 37 to 40 more threes per game. That's their goal. So they really want to increase the attempts. They think that will lead to more success on the court. We'll see how it plays out.
And obviously, as we heard R.J. Barrett say, with everyone focusing on Kemba Walker and Julius Randle, that should lead to more open looks for him. All right, now, we haven't seen Mitchell Robinson at all in the preseason. What's the latest on his status?
He may show up on the court in the Knicks' last preseason game on Friday, and that's a bit of a surprise because he seemed to be far away from getting into contact and scrimmaging and all of that in practices. But Tom Thibodeau said that Robinson is close to being cleared for full contact, and if that's the case before Friday's game, he may get on the court Friday. But Thibodeau did pump the brakes a little bit on the idea that Robinson would be ready for the Knicks season opener on Wednesday. It sounds like the Knicks are still taking a cautious approach with Robinson as he rehabs from that foot injury. Pivotal season for Mitchell Robinson. He's going to be an unrestricted free agent this coming summer. The Knicks have already given Nerlens Noel a $30 million deal, so just interesting to see how it all plays out. But Thibodeau has been very positive about Mitchell Robinson, how he's approached his rehab, and how he's looking so far on the court.
All right, now let's get to Kyrie Irving. We mentioned that he spoke on Instagram Live, but there are also reports that the Nets will not offer him a $186 million contract extension. So, Ian, if he doesn't change his mind this season and doesn't play, how much damage is he doing to his career?
Yeah, it's significant damage. But, Eamon, did anybody think the Nets were going to offer him an extension once his situation became so murky? I mean, I think everybody assumed that that was off the table. But long-term, certainly, he came to Brooklyn to win a championship. He brought Kevin Durant to Brooklyn, the Nets, his hometown team, to win a title. And if he doesn't come back on the court or if things go sideways, this will be a big part of his legacy. Obviously, the championship in Cleveland, the big shot in that final series will be there too, but you can't take this part of it away. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out.
It's still going to make roughly $18 million sitting at home, though, but obviously, certainly, as you mentioned, there's significant damage to his legacy. All right, back to the Knicks. They play their last preseason game Friday against Washington. Ian Begley, thanks for joining us from MSG.